You know what, let's... Oof. Ulsan just requires 278 tons of rice. It's going to take a little while. So, see, here's an example, right? We found that car factory. Immediately, I was like, cool, we found a car factory. That's not super useful. Let's move on, right? But what do we see here? If we have a look at the car factory, it's not just a car factory. It's also a place that supplies boats. And if we remember, boats is something we can use to go and build roads, potentially. How many boats do we need to do this roadworks game? We need 20 boats. And how many boats do we have in our boat place? I think you'll find the number is 20. It is. Alright, let's take our B double and grab those and go over there. No vehicle access. Let's try. Alright, I can see that it's moving on the map, so I'm just going to let it fill up. Go and deliver. See, if I hadn't have noticed that, I would have thought that I was done, and I would have been very confused. Okay. And we found a gravel pit. You know what's good about a gravel pit? It is another roadwork thing. And a cotton mill. Excellent. I kind of like South Korea so far. It's working pretty naturally. It doesn't quite feel like which was it? Oh yeah, we also have access to wood now, so that works. Where is this gravel pit of which you speak first? Game, you definitely told me that I had discovered a gravel pit. But that is not a gravel pit. Did this work? It did. Excellent. So I know that this was an update that they were working on. So that way if you found something, but you weren't sure where, you can search for gravel, and it can be like, hey, here are places that provide gravel. So none of these sound like they are where we are, except for maybe whatever the heck this is. Germany, Indonesia. Yeah, so this is actually showing... Ah, right. So if I was typing crates... There you go. We can now see all the places in the game that provide crates. So United States would be another place. And it shows both inputs and outputs. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, gravel pit. Man, this is to Poland. South Korea. There we go. Oh, okay, it was up here. Okay. I thought we'd already discovered that, so... Oh, look. Some roadworks that actually I don't think we have access to. So we need to find another way to get access to that first. That's alright, we have access to wood now, so... let us go have a look at wood. And figure out where we want to drop it off. Alright, this place needs 19 tons of wood. Amazing how quickly the tonnage increases, but that's not going to be a problem. Alright, let's continue on down. Actually, I suppose what we should do is, while we wait, is we should have a look at other roadworks. So let's grab the dump truck to go and do this one at least. Okay, or that one. There you go. And then we can go back to the B-double. Okay, a textile factory. So a lot of these industries are folding into one another really well, which is really good. Like, we don't have yarn yet, but we'll get there. Okay, looks like the next thing we do is this rock roadworks. Yeah, and that lets us up the side. So let's do that. While that's going, let's go and do the other wood roadworks, which is 7.5. We also might have some new accesses here. I think that was just a shortcut. This one, however, yeah, this is just a shortcut as well, so nothing too crazy here. Still, it's good to know. If we go and have a look back at the rock pit, we can also see if there's... No, we don't have access to you yet. And we definitely don't have access to you. Oh, we do have access to you. Okay. How did we get access to... Huh, okay. Possibly going to discover some new things here. South Korea's National Science Museum. Not super useful, but... Alright, well, while you continue doing that, let's go and explore up this side of the map. Okay, we're stopped by roadworks again, so... Just double check. Oh no, we have access to this now too. Actually, let's go back here. $22 tons of wood. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Okay. Discovered an explosive factory. And what's more interesting is a clay pit. So we now have, yet again, new access to roadworking goods. So, as you can see, there's a lot of roadworks that require it. Just having a quick look at some of them. Okay, a lot of the southern ones are quite small. Alright, can we access this? Can we access the other side of it? We cannot. So, that's... Really? Don't I have vehicle access here? Huh. Maybe I don't have access to the gravel pit. I don't have access to the gravel pit. Okay, that's what the problem is. Tiny little roadwork here. Got in my way. Alright, let's continue exploring then. Okay, an electrical factory. Oh, we found a place that does dynamite. Good to know. We need to supply it with gunpowder, of course, but dynamite has been found. Is gunpowder one word? I always forget. No, it isn't. Not in this game, anyway. Okay, there is a... No, that's the South Korea import. There's a Chinese place that does it. And a Japanese place that does it. So if we get to Japan or China from here, that will be where we get our stuff. Let's continue on the exploration. Found a paper mill. Okay, no access down there. And no access there. Okay, so we're about done down here. And I think everywhere up north is Roadworks Central, correct? Roadworks, Roadworks, Roadworks. Let's just select one of them. Yeah, that's what I thought. What about you over there? And just check you there. Okay. More roadworks. Now, we do have 20 dynamite, so we could just blow up this. That's something we could do. It's going to be a while before we get new dynamite, but I suppose we could just continue on this road up here. That seems fine to me. Okay, we discovered glass works. Sand to make glass and bottles. We don't have access to sand yet, but I imagine we will soon. Oil into paint. Wood into planks. So we can do planks now. Planks is a roadwork good. I don't know if we have anything that needs it yet. We do. We have a couple, but it looks like they're just shortcuts. Still, potentially worth getting involved in. 22, 15, and 10. You know what? Dump truck. We want some wood here, please. Go and do that. Okay. Okay, we discovered fishing. It looks like we have access to fishing as well. Fishing is not a roadwork good, but it is nice to know that we have access to fish if we need it. Okay. We could speed these trucks up, and I'm definitely contemplating it, but right now we are going fast enough as it is. No new industries that have been discovered just yet. Oh, there we go, a chemical mine. Fantastic. Where was that? Over here. Somewhere. No? Over here. Excellent. We have found chemicals. Now, we needed chemicals to access the ships out into the oil factory. So, it didn't need much. It just needed like 2, so we'll just let it take 2. That's fine. Now the question is, are we going to need floaties to go and get the oil? I assume we will. Floaties are effectively this game's way of dealing with ferries. It's really bizarre, but whatever. Alright, so yes, that does unlock the oil rig, so we now have access to oil. But if we try and take it, oh no, it's going to let us do it. Okay. Cool. Don't ask how this works, it's just better if you don't think about it. But we now have access to oil, which is our next roadworky thing. Alright, we're going to stop for a second and start dealing with some of this stuff. I think we're going to get rid of this dump truck. If we need it again, we'll grab it later. I'm going to speed up this B-double by going back to Germany. Do we even need to do that? Hang on, let's take a moment and consider some stuff. Alright, we don't have vehicle access to that town, so that's a problem. Okay, so yeah, because we still don't have vehicle access to a lot of this place, yeah, we will just double jump into Germany. This won't take long. And what we'll do is we'll find a good. It's a bad example of a good. Let's actually go into Germany. Thank you. Find a good like wood, let's say. Wood's probably bad. I think we've... Oh. I say that, but actually wood's pretty good. So we turn off. What we've been doing is we've been emptying our entire vehicle whenever we've been getting goods. What we're going to do is we're going to turn that off. I'm going to fill up our wood supply with 40 tons. And we're just going to drop it to any business that requires wood, basically. And for every 5 businesses that we do of this, we will unlock a 2x speed modifier on the next truck down the list. It tries to upgrade this truck, but then it's like, hey, it doesn't work, so let's go 1 down the list. So a 2x speed increase is nice. Let's see if we can't do better. So technically, if we had a multi-nav thing, we could be setting this up like one at a time, like at the start, rather than doing what I'm doing here and sort of manually doing it. And that works pretty well. Still, we've got 4 times now. I'm pretty happy with that. It's going to make this significantly faster. Let us go and do oil. Now, the one thing we don't have is the bonuses. So it still takes us a while to load things. So we are going to have to just sort of pay attention to the tonnage required to unlock the roadworks and just sort of be cautious. So that one needs 9. So we just wait until it has what we think would be about 9 and then hit T to tell it to go on its way. 16. So I tend to do a lot of this off stream because, as you can see, it's not exactly the most thrilling watching, but it is what it is. Okay. Well, select the lower one, please. Thank you. Alright, so these roadworks up here are obviously the next roadworks we need because we're going further and further north. So it's going to be where we have a look at now. Did that just say Alpaca World? Alpaca World is the largest forest experience farm in Korea, spreading across 110,000 square feet. You can walk the tame alpacas, touch their super soft fur, and purchase food to feed them. You don't say. Okay, we discovered an asphalt pit. Fantastic. Alright, new places to explore, so let's go and do that. Okay. Of course, he says that and immediately runs into a bunch of roadworks, but that's fine. So I'm guessing that... Oh, sand mine. Fantastic. I'm guessing that there's maybe only one road into North Korea. Truthfully, I don't know. Might actually be like multiple of them, but as far as I'm aware. Alright, we found a steel mill, which is good. We don't have access to iron ore yet, though, so that's problematic. And as much as we found a sand pit, I don't actually think we have access to it. Oh, we do. Fantastic. Go and do that then, please. We could level up the sand mine, but as you can see, without a loader, we don't actually overwhelm it. So, not overly concerned about that just yet. Let's do that one next. 24 tons. I do really quite like Korean food. I find it absolutely delicious, for the most part. Okay, let us continue up north. Okay, so we can see here that there's a roadworks into North Korea and a massive quarantine zone, possibly like literally every good, and it's a quest lock. So we don't have the quest for it, which means we don't know how to access North Korea currently. That's not particularly surprising. What is this? Oh, it's a little Korean island. Nice. Things I never knew about South Korea, that it has a little small island off it. Okay. Clay. I think we have access to clay now though, don't we? We do. So now it's just a matter of, now that we've got access to asphalt as well, it's just a matter of getting rid of all of these roadworks in the way and finishing our exploration. Okay. Looks like there's a road to be explored over here, which requires access to gravel. I think we got gravel too, didn't we? We did. Excellent. 25.5, please. And then after this, I think we've, yeah, pretty much explored everywhere. There's some stuff over here we haven't explored yet. So I'll have a look at that in a second. Okay, nothing new in there. What about over here? Okay, North Korea Road Fix 1. So there are 2 roads into North Korea. There you go. To open the roads into North Korea, we need to complete Kaesong in South Korea. Kaesong doesn't need a whole heck of a lot, actually. Needs asphalt, glass, rice, and planks. Okay. This might be where we're going next. Alright, so asphalt. Asphalt needs oil and rock, this one does. That's pretty easy, we can definitely do that. Let us start with that. I just want to get a little bit of each of the... I'm not going to get you a repeat, because I want to upgrade the asphalt pit if I can. You need dynamite, so we can't actually deal with dynamite yet, so that's fine. Let's go and get you to get rock. I think what I want to do is I want to start dealing with businesses soon, so I'm going to unlock a bunch of roadworks and then deal with businesses, so that way we can get the bonuses for our truck, so that way we can load, unload, and move faster. Which I think is going to be very beneficial. Tons of asphalt roadworks. Okay. Let me just let's stop you from repeating. Let's go back to Kasong, and I'm just going to write down in this planks, glass, asphalt, and rice. I wrote rice with a W. Weiss. Not quite what I meant, but that's fine. Alright, so let's think about some of the roadworks that we'd like to unlock. Because we want to have easy access to Kasong. So, I think we want this one next, so let's aim for that. Okay, nice. What about these ones here? This one needs asphalt. This one over here also needs asphalt. So let's go and get asphalt and get it going. How much do you need there? 12. That's nice and easy. Should be about that. Cool. What about this little one here? 26? Sure. 20, 25-ish. Yep, should be about right. Nice. And this one here is 13.5. Should be about that. Okay, do we have any other major ones that could give us good access? Oh, was that not it? Ah, wow. Well, it's been a while since I've undercut a roadwork. Yeah, okay. Grab this one as well. Doesn't look like it's super useful, but just unlocking as many of these roadworks as possible is definitely good. I'm going to fill you up, and then I'm going to turn off emptying, so that way we've got a full 40 tons down there that we can start using, because going the entire breadth of South Korea is quite a distance. You only need 6. Huh, okay. Well, you know, there's a couple of places that need things, and you can start giving me bonuses. Like that, I now have 100 loader. That's pretty much what I wanted. Okay, I now have 740 loader, and we'll never need loader again. That's fine. Over here, still got about, what, 20 tons? Alright. Tiny little business over here. And another one here. And then the final business, which is just over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it. Cool. Alright, we also got a huge amount of boost, a very small amount of power boost. Boost is when it's empty, we get extra speed. It's effectively a double multiplier, so it's pretty good. But power boost is the better one, which is when it's full, we get a boost in speed. I think it's actually when it has any load, it's not necessarily when it's full, but yeah. But loader is going to make life easier, because, oh look, it's full. Oh look, it's empty. Okay. Let's go and get it some more rock. Yeah, you can see how fast it travels when it's going south, and then it slows right down when it's going north. Okay, that's that done. Alright, next up is planks, which is here. Okay, planks need wood. Let's go get wood. Can we level up wood yet? Wood requires steel. We don't have access to iron ore yet. Iron ore might be down here though, so I'll have to explore down here in a second. Okay. What are the roadworks here requiring? You need clay. Clay is something we can provide. Alright, did that give us any new goods, or is it just, nah, it's just more stuff. Okay. That's fine. So we've now done pretty much all of South Korea, I think. That's pretty fast. Compared to something like Germany. Germany was a long time. Yeah, there might be like some things in Seoul that we never realized Seoul was so close to the North Korean border. No wonder they're terrified. Alright, so we did that. So let us just double check that I don't have access to iron ore. Yeah, no I don't. Cool. We can get paint. We don't need paint. Where was glass? Here's glass. Glass needs sand. And sand needs wood to upgrade. So let's get you upgraded. Because now that we've got a loader, sand is actually important. Alright. Alright, producing tons of glass. Okay. Rice was the last one, and rice just needed fertilizer. So let us go to the... Nope. Let us go to you and just bring 20 tons of fertilizer to rice and see if that's enough. Yeah, pretty much is. Cool. Alright, you needed rice. I should do rice last, because rice is really far away. Alright. Asphalt's really close. Asphalt. Planks are pretty close. The planks are here. Asphalt and glass is reasonably close. Glass is here. Okay, cool. Let's start with glass. Two full loads of glass should do. Then we'll switch to asphalt. Go, go, go. I suppose what we could be doing is looking at Kasong itself. Yeah, this will be fine. Let's do planks. Let's do planks. And then let's do rice. Alright, into North Korea we go, potentially. It's just going to unlock the roadworks, but I'm assuming that's where we need to go next. Done. North Korean roads are fixed. This one needs asphalt, that's very easy. This one needs also asphalt, also very easy. Let's start with the one on the coast, and then figure it out as we go along. An apple orchard. Not the sort of thing I'd expect to find in North Korea, but what do I know? So asphalt to here. Any of these new ones also need it? You do. Excellent. Alright. We discovered a cannery. I think we also discovered something else. Ah, train station. Excellent. Pyongyang trains. Well, there you go. If we wanted to start on our train stuff, we could definitely do that. It's potentially our next thing, so we'll see. I want to keep on going north until we reach the border. It's starting to be like, hey, you should really have 2 trucks, but right now it's just one. Hey, coal fields, excellent. We have access to coal, and this is going to be good. Okay. So, roadworks into China are locked. Hardly surprising. Let's travel past it though, so that way it can, yeah, do something like that. So, if we complete somewhere in China, we'll unlock North Korea roads. So, that's not an option for us right now because we are on the other side of the border. Okay. Alright, so I think that's that for this side. So now we need to go travel over here. You're a limestone, so we're a bit stuck there. What are you over here? Oh. I know, what are you here? Sand. We can definitely do sand, so let's get sand. So there's definitely quite a bit of rail access. So I can definitely see a railway in my future. Gravel, 58. Sure. We discovered a piggery. Not super useful because our quarantines are problematic. Maybe the quarantines don't really exist for rail though, so we'll see. Excellent. Clay roadwork. You mean no vehicle access? Really? What vehicle access am I missing? I'm not missing any vehicle access, game. I can definitely access clay, right? Yeah, I can super access clay. And the roads are 50-ton roads, so that's a bit bizarre. Yeah, you're convinced that I can't access you? Ah, maybe it's an import. Quarantine import restriction. Okay. So we need to figure out a way to get clay into North Korea. Once again, possibly the railways. Let's continue up to the borders and see what we can see. Okay, steel is next up there, but we still don't have iron ore, so that's not an option. Ah, discovered an iron mine. Okay. So, and it's a regional iron mine. Okay. Regional means I don't think getting it to level 3 does anything. I think regional ones are just, yeah, that's where it is in the region and you're stuck with it. Okay, apparently I can export your iron ore. I'm sure that trade with South Korea is totally something that you're seriously thinking about doing, North Korea. Still, we needed a steel mill, so that's what we got. Now, this might be the part where I start buying a second vehicle. Ah, didn't we have access to coal too? We do. Level up my steel mill, please. Thank you. Alright, let's go back to grabbing iron ore then. And then we'll deliver some steel. And that should get us the last of the way. Okay, I'm doing something a little silly here, but that's okay. I just want to, I'm going to overfill it here so that way we get, see what the next level up is. Okay, it's machinery. We don't have access to that, but that's fine. Okay. Ah, no vehicle access. Okay, so the North Korean border just follows this really big ass river. Alright. No quest though currently to get access into there. Can we get sand? Is that an option? Surely you're not restricting import of sand. You are not. Excellent. Yeah, I am reasonably certain that rail is the next thing that I need to do. Yeah, so we've done all of North Korea, right? Yeah. We haven't unlocked it all, but we do have it all. So let's maybe rail isn't, because rail seems to end at the piggery. Oh, hello, port. No way of dealing with you, but... Actually, that's not a port. It just can be serviced by boats, I think. Oh, no, it's got an airfield. Okay, sure. Ah, here it is. Air and train, so... Okay. Trying to figure out what we do next. Yeah, it's definitely not this Chinese one. That's fine. But I no longer see any rail up here, so I was contemplating that maybe we got a train and choosed our way up north somehow. Okay, what about Japan? We have like these into like Nagasaki and stuff. Just having a quick look. Now that's a quest lock, and so is that. 613 quest lock, okay. So that's not happening anytime soon. What about this port? Oh, we have a lot of that port, but not all of it. So, okay. I'm assuming that's the only port in Korea. Definitely seems it. Okay, interesting. I don't really want to go and spend a lot of money on a train if it really limits our options. The cheapest train is 500,000, which is no small feat. I think what we'll do is we'll drop a save. So it's a manual save. And then we'll buy a 100-tonner. Yeah, we dropped a manual save, so that's fine. Let's see if... Ah, look, suddenly new rail pops up. Okay, let's go south first. Okay. But look at all this. New rail. Slow as molasses, but once again we can do the same thing we did with the with this truck. We just go and do a bunch of missions out in Germany or even in Korea itself, and you'll see that we can unlock some stuff. Okay, looks like we are going into Russia. Cool. And it looks like we have like roadworks, but for trains. Railworks? I don't know what you would say. Yeah, they're all sort of mission locked at the moment, but I get the feeling we might be doing the right thing here. We discovered an apiary. So beehives and honey. We discovered a clay pit. Huh. So I wonder, do we take clay? Oh yeah, we also have another problem, which I didn't think about. Yeah, okay. Might have a bit of a problem here. Alright, so what I need is I need towns. Places that can be delivered to by rail. Might need to reload the save here, because I didn't think about that. Can I do that? Are you going to have wheat import restrictions? Probably. You don't. Oh, you do. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Alright, well, let's just continue. Let's just continue exploring for now. So, one of the problems that we have... Or I suppose you could do it that way. I was just about to say, I don't see a way in which we can actually use this train, because it we haven't actually unlocked any towns. So we need to unlock a town for our train to actually do good, right? Because it needs to have storage and stuff like that. So since we hadn't unlocked any, I thought we were really problematic here. Short answer is still problematic, but we gained access to Russia via a alternate route, which I really wasn't expecting. We can get a bunch of used vehicles. They are really slow. They've had a really long life, but they are very cheap. So let us do that. Okay, we now have access to trucking in Russia. I still don't necessarily know if this is the correct route. I just going with my gut feeling here. Like, if I suddenly just get, like, locked here, then I'll... do more stuff. Of course, we're out in the middle of nowhere in Russia, really. Yeah. Don't imagine there's going to be a huge amount to find out here. Now, I could have grabbed that used road train, which has done less kilometers and has more tonnage. I'm a little bit concerned about the roads. I think the roads are... maybe they're 100-ton roads. I don't know. I just didn't want to be locked out of roads because we wouldn't be able to travel on these 50 tons with a load. So, whereas with the 40-ton trucks we can. So I think we're stuck there. So let's have a look at clay. No clay. Intriguing. Okay, maybe we haven't finished exploring yet. Okay, let's have a look at this and have a look at the roadworks. So all the roadworks are quest locked, is that right? Yeah, they are. Well, this is actual roadworks. Ah, but it is rail roadworks. Okay, so if we can somehow find a way to get rocks onto the train, we're fine. Okay, so that's going to be our goal, right? Getting rocks onto the train. I need to come have a look over here though, so... Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each of the train stops that we can actually. They need to be in North Korea though. Okay, so Rason is one in North Korea, that's fine. What about Hamburg? So where do you pick up the humanitarian goods? No idea. I was very surprised when I stumbled across an apple orchard in North Korea. I was like, okay, sure game. Alright, all these places are massive and require huge amounts. Huge amounts to complete. Okay, so none of these... It's like, I can take trains to these places. It says complete the town to build a rail station here. Will that connect the rail network up, or is it some other rail network? I mean, we can test this, right? We have access to fish. I don't know if we have access to 265 tons of fish that easily, though. Yeah, so I'm a little stuck again. I'm still not sure if what I did with the rail was right. It felt right at the time, but none of the places... What about you? Okay, no. You require beehives. We don't know where beehives are. We know where the place that consumes beehives are. So I don't think the game would make it this easy, right? I don't think it's a matter of just doing this, but I'm going to give it a shot. 265. We're going to need another couple of vehicles. We've already saved, so if this doesn't work, we can just be like, cool, let's just reload the save, so that's fine. Alright. You, and you. Actually, let's grab you two and move you two up. Excellent. Now we got all three of you. Well, actually, we need to... Where's the fish? Here's the fish. We need to provide you with worms first. Okay. Let's use ours 6 times for a second. Okay, you need nets. Now, we don't have nets, so we're limited. Yeah, I think that's going to be the problem. How fast do you regenerate? You do not regenerate anywhere near fast enough. No, there's no way that's going to work. Where am I even heading with this again? Yeah, look, it's already finished. Consumes that in no time. Alright. Well, in that case then, I think... because there's no way to sort of go to the main menu. It's really frustrating. So I think that that's going to call it for me. I'll have another little fiddle around and try and figure out the next steps. But me staring at map for forever, trying to stumble my way around is not my idea of fun streaming. It could be that I've just overlooked something. It's usually the case in this game. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm digging my heels into the ground and refusing to go into the USA. If I can ignore the USA for as long as possible, I'll be a happy, happy man. I'm sure I'll have to deal with it eventually. That's fine. But I don't want to rush into it. So that is going to be it for this one. I have a new game that I want to check out. So if you have stuck around to this ludicrous part of the stream, firstly, like, well done. I don't know why you would, but congratulations. You're part of a few crazy folks who do that sort of stuff. Come on, Bane. The game is Shadow Empire. I think that's it. Yes. I might as well preview a little bit on the stream. Yeah, why not? Get, whet the appetite, as they say. Let's do a window capture of the God Galaxy client. Alright. Maybe we can get that in big version. Oh, we can. Excellent. Let's... It is a Slytherin, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. Game where you sort of like... You have like a land, like a planet that you generate from the ground up. And it's effectively a war game, but on like a planetary scale, which they've done before, but like it's sci-fi, which I kind of like. But it's still sort of like got OOBs and stuff like that, which is pretty useful. I've watched a decent amount of it on YouTube, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to sort of like come to grips with it relatively easily. It looks slightly better than Logistical, so there's that. But it's very complex. It's insanely complex. It has like a 300-page manual and stuff like that, and things can get like quite crazy and quite ridiculous quite quickly. But yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to it. I'm also very scared of it, because if I get really into something like this, it'll probably be it'll probably be quite crazy. But yeah, so that's going to be something that we'll take a look at in the near future. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you around.